What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I'm sitting out here in Holcomb, Kansas. Just picked up a drop-in hook out here at, I think it's Tyson, something like that. But listen, us older guys, everybody wants to do them drop-in hooks. Us older people, we'd rather back into them docks. You know what I'm saying? Back into the dock and maybe get some free money for detention as opposed to dropping a trailer, unhooking, letting it down, going and finding another trailer, backing under that. Listen, all that, it's all good, but I'd rather just back my ass to a dock, get loaded, maybe get some free money, and then roll on after that. But, that's just us. But, listen, somebody had left a comment on a video, and I just wanted to kind of clarify what I talk about being in the hole. Now, there's two different ways you could look at being in the hole. So, you could look at it like, okay, well, I'm actually negative. I don't have any money in my emergency fund, so I need to work my way out of this, and, that's it. Now, when I say I'm in the hole, that means I'm just in the hole for the week, and I would rather let my money sit in my emergency fund and then work my way out of the hole. So what I do is I put 20 cents a mile into my emergency fund. Now that emergency fund at this point has just under $7,000 in it, but that is the money that I plan on using for the down payment on my lease purchase. That's going to be in sometime in it was supposed to be June. Then because of the corona, it got pushed out to September. So I'm not sure if it's still coming in September or if it's going to be coming in after that. But as far as that lease purchase goes, I had to put down $1,000 because I've been leasing with Prime for under a year. And then I had to put down every dollar for every upgrade I put in on that truck. And I think that was $1,700. So I put $2,700 down so far in it. So that's going to leave me with $13,000 to put down when that truck comes in. And then, I am going to put the little, tie-dye peace symbol on the side with No Hippie LLC. So let's say that's another, $800,000, something like that. So all that money I have in my emergency fund now going forward is gonna help pay for that. So when I say that I'm in the hole, I'm not in the hole technically. I mean, I'm what is that, $7,000? So if we're looking at I could take 5 weeks off and not have to worry about anything before I really go in the hole. So I'm not really in the hole, but in my mind I'm in the hole because I don't want any of that money going towards that. That's going towards other stuff. So anyway, that is it. And I do suggest that for everybody. There's a couple different ways you could set money aside. You could set it aside, cents per mile. You could set it aside percentage of the load. Cents per mile seems to be a little bit more of a predictable way to set up that emergency fund. And that's why I chose that route. Now, I put the maximum in, and to me there doesn't seem to be a reason not to put the maximum in, because you can always just request from your payroll advisor, move X amount of dollars over to either a ComData card or your bank account or whatever you want at any time. So for me, it doesn't make any sense not to put the maximum in. And the maximum in cents per mile is 20, and I'm not sure what it is on percentage, but percentage could be a little tricky because it's based on the gross amount of a load, and that's a little bit more unpredictable than your cents per mile. Anyway, that's the way I looked at it. Who knows, I could be wrong. Anyway, that is about it. I picked up a load today. Just left home time, and I was talking to one of my boys, lives in Denver, and he's like saying, man, I'm always getting shitty loads out of Denver. you need to have your fleet manager send you out to Kansas. As a matter of fact, next time I go home on home time, I'm going to ask my fleet manager right off the bat, when I plan on leaving, do you want me to just deadhead out to Kansas? Because I always got good loads coming out of Kansas that well make up for the deadhead. And, lately I've done that a couple times. Then I've also deadheaded out to Idaho Falls, Iowa, picked up a load that paid well. But taking loads out of Denver, yeah, you're usually going to get kind of bad loads coming directly out of Denver. The times I've done it, it was like a Nestle load coming out of Denver, going to Kansas or going to Nebraska that was paying, I don't know, probably $1.05 a mile. And actually, that was before Corona, so who knows what that load's at. But the one thing good about that is it gets you out of Denver on a short load, pays you something, and gets you right into a meat load. So don't always just look at, okay, well, these loads out of Denver are shitty. You know, if it's taking you right to a meat load, then bam, maybe that's not a bad gig. If you're getting a shitty load out of Denver going to another shitty load, that's not the plan. Anyway, I am going to be taking this load. Actually, the load picked up in Holcomb, Kansas, so I'm at this Love's out here, if you guys are familiar with that. And it was destined for Georgia, but I needed to get this work done on the truck, so I'm going to drop it off at the terminal. Should be there tomorrow. So what's the date? I don't know. Should be there tomorrow at the terminal. And then I will be giving away my shoes that I had shown I showed it on a community post. And then I might find a couple drivers out there to invest a little bit of money in. So who knows what's going to happen with that. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be out there, but I'm planning on being out there a week. So when I say I'm going in the hole for this week, it's not like, I'm going broke for the week. Still got a little bit of that cash hanging around, so that's always a good thing. Anyway, if you see me out at Springfield, holler at your boy. You may never know, we could be walking down to the company store, getting you hooked up in some prime gear, almost like it was like the first day of school. I'm not sure how we're going to work on that, but I definitely want to spread some of that wealth around. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.